welcome to This Day. Today is Tuesday and it is May 12th, but it's also National Frog Jumping Day. I thought that was really cute, so I thought I'd give you a little history about that. Observed each year on today's date, National Frog Jumping Day is a favorite of young and old alike. In 1865, Mark Twain published his first short story, Jim Smiley and His Jumping Frog. But then later, it was called The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. This same story also had a third title, which was called The Notorious Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. Now, the current frog jumping record was set in 1986. Get this, Rosie the Ribbiter, who jumped 21 feet, 5 3/4 inches. Now, we could also remember Rosie the Riveter, not the Ribbiter, so haha. All right, let me tell you about a meeting today that we have that's coming right up after this day. It'll be airing right after our morning broadcast, which will be the United meeting, and that's going to be at 9:30 this morning or immediately following our broadcast. Let's give you our brain teaser question. We got a good one today. I like Saturn. Saturn is my favorite planet. So here we go. You can find it in Mercury, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, but not in Venus or Neptune. What is it? So there's your question, and we'll give you the answer later on in the broadcast. Now let's go ahead and let you know who's on our show. Today we have Connie Petrie Norris. And she is going to be our sole guest today because she had to go over an awful lot of things that were really related to stimulus checks, Social Security, and some other federal things that we really wanted to talk to her about. So we took 20 minutes to talk to her about that. So it's going to be great to have you hear a lot of the stuff that's really going to be helpful to you. All right, and then let's go ahead and give you all of our reminders of the resources that you have available to you. You have the cdc.gov, ochealthinfo.com, usa.gov/coronavirus, and that is where you can find the guidelines of the governor as we reopen California. Then you can always go to lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, which is our website. You could send us an email at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com if you have any questions, or you could go to our recorded hotline that is updated on a regular basis, 949-268-2019. And let's take a look at our weather. It's looking very nice. We had burned off our morning overcast to come away with 70, 58. Wednesday, AM clouds with sunny this afternoon. Thursday, looking a little bit better. Again, we'll have some AM clouds. Then Friday, it's going to be partly sunny, and then Saturday, we'll have some low clouds. But it's looking like very nice temperatures for the weekend. Let's tell you our sunrise and sunset. The sunrise is 5:52 a.m., and our sunset will be at 7:43. And this lovely photo of a beautiful tree in our area. You know, there's so many different species of trees. Alan Clark, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we also would like to invite you to send an email or send a picture of something wonderful around our community. Email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come right back, we will have Connie Petrie Norris, our Assemblywoman. Stay tuned.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Assemblywoman Connie Petrie Norris, and she is going to share with us a variety of different things regarding the reopening of California, stimulus checks, lots of stuff that I know you guys have questions on. So Connie, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for having me. It is wonderful to connect with you again.
Yeah, thank you. And I know we continue to do our Zoom interviews, and I think this is something we're going to be doing for a little while, still going on. So thank you for doing that. let's talk a little bit about some things that I know. Our senior community is 55 and over. Some people are still working. They're looking for their stimulus checks or unemployment or whatever they're looking for. Kind of guide us on how the process is working.
Let me touch first on the federal stimulus checks. So to remind everyone, as part of the Federal CARES Act, a big piece of that included a direct payment to most Americans of $1,200 per adult and $500 per child. And that full payment will be received by all Americans who earn $75,000 a year or less, $150,000 for a couple, and it gets gradually phased out at $100,000 per person per year. Those stimulus checks, good news is those are going out. Those have been received by 130 million Americans and by millions of our Orange County residents as well.
Okay, so how did they know where to send the check to?
Good question. So what they did was they first based it on people's 2018, or if you filed one, 2019 tax returns. And if the IRS has direct debit information for you, an electronic transfer was made into the bank account that they have on record. If they didn't have a bank account on record for you, then they mailed it to the address on record. And there's also been some questions about, well, what if I've got Social Security, or what if I'm a veteran? I'm not required to file a tax return. What do I need to do? So if you are a Social Security recipient, or if you're a veteran, then beginning just last week, they have begun to automatically send checks to you as well. If you don't receive Social Security, you're not a veteran, but you still didn't file taxes, then what you need to do is visit the IRS website, irs.gov, to claim your check. And in order to track your check and kind of see where it is in the pipeline, we've got a website address there, irs.gov/coronavirus/getmypayment. And the last thing that I would add is that if you think that you should be getting a check, if you've done everything you can, please don't hesitate to reach out either to my office or to the office of our Congresswoman, Katie Porter. We can help you and ensure that everyone is getting the money that they deserve and that they need right now.
Well, that's great because, I've been talking to a variety of different people of all ages, and they're a little concerned and a little confused. And I know this is it's a new process. Everything's been, happening right away. And I know that it takes time to kind of work through the bugs and things. Let's talk a little bit about somebody who might have their own business, because I know that's a bit different. I mean, maybe not so much the stimulus check, but, filing for unemployment versus having your own business. What do you do differently?
Well, another piece of good news that was part of the CARES Act is that what we have been able to do for the very first time is expand unemployment insurance to non-traditional workers and to small business owners. So that includes gig workers, small business owners, contractors, part-time employees, and they are all eligible for a new program that's called the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And that has just recently, it was actually last week, began to be rolled out here in California. Again, to apply for this, you go to EDD is the website. So Google EDD and you'll be able to find that. Once again, if you're having trouble filling in your application, if you haven't gotten feedback from EDD, my office is here to help. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. It's our number is 949-251-0074. Because one thing I want people to know is since March 12th, so just 2 months ago, we have had more than 3 million Californians file for unemployment for this pandemic unemployment assistance program. And it's pretty staggering. We know that people are hurting, and we're doing everything that we can to ensure that people are getting the resources and then the help that they need right now.
Right. Well, that's good to know, and thank you for offering the assistance, because I think people do still have questions. And businesses themselves are also hurting, and I know that there's payroll assistance, and there's a variety of things out there in which are in place. So I'm assuming that anyone would be able to call your office, even if they do have a business that they're trying to keep.
Absolutely. Yes, we are here to help. We can connect folks with small business resources. The PPP program has been a big area of focus. We also have some state loan guarantee programs that we're beginning to roll out for some of the smaller businesses that maybe didn't qualify for the PPP program. And we're also able to connect our small business owners with the Small Business Resource Center, which really can provide some help and some guidance and help people to navigate what is, as we continue to say, truly an unprecedented crisis for California and for our entire country.
Great. Well, good to know. All right. Well, let's talk about the reopening of California. It's on everybody's mind. We do talk to our residents, and we consistently refer them to, the governor's plan, where it talks so much about different types of stages. And I understand that we're approaching the stage 2 now. So maybe you can give us a recap of stage 1 and then where we're at right now.
Well, for the past 2 months, I know we've spent a lot of time talking about the importance of flattening the curve. And California and 40 million Californians have taken truly extraordinary steps to do just that. And because of the actions of, like I said, 40 million Californians who are staying at home, who are practicing distancing, we have been able to flatten the curve. And so the good news is that we are now moving from sort of phase 1, which in phase 1, we were really just had our essential businesses opened, and we were preparing for the potential surge of COVID-19 patients. And a lot of our other businesses have been shuttered. And what we've been able to do now is we start to move into what we're calling phase 2, is safely and responsibly start to open our lower risk businesses. And the governor just made this announcement last week, and will be announcing additional details this week. So I think we're all looking forward to that, and I think really encouraged that we've made good progress so far.
Absolutely. I mean, we look at the numbers on a regular basis here in Orange County, and Laguna Woods only has 8 cases, and that's been the same for about, I think, probably about a week or 2 weeks now. So obviously they're doing their part, and people just all around Orange County are doing their part. And we did speak with our supervisor last week, and she also said that we're doing a great job. We talked to the Orange County Health Department. They're very happy with what we've done here in Orange County as well. And as you mentioned, all of California, because I think we were expecting huge numbers and it just didn't happen.
Absolutely. And I think that is a reason to certainly, I think, be really encouraged about where we are now. I think we also need to acknowledge that as we start to reopen, it's not, as the governor said, it's not just flipping on a light switch. It's not just a return to normal, because we do still have an increase in COVID-19 cases, both in the state and across the county. So the steps that we're taking will be gradual, will be responsible, and will ensure that we can maintain public health and safety while starting to reopen. And the businesses that are going to be part of the first part of phase 2, which actually reopened just this past weekend, are retail establishments for curbside pickup, and manufacturing businesses, and the warehouses and logistics businesses that really support both of those sectors. And then we're expecting this week, very soon, for the governor to share some additional details about the reopening of offices, of shopping malls, outdoor museums, and dine-in restaurants, all with added precautions, all with new practices, and all ensuring that we continue to be safe and to flatten the curve.
Exactly. And one thing that's going to be very difficult for many businesses is they're going to have to spend some money to, make their facility more accommodating to what we're dealing with today. So I know like some plexiglass is going up in many of the front offices of businesses. If you're greeting people, that kind of thing, or moving desks or having different separations and things like that. Is there, are you seeing that is something that's kind of playing out with many of the businesses? They have to sort of revamp what they're doing.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's not a return to normal. There will be a kind of new normal where we have to take safety precautions that didn't exist 3 months ago, and that's going to be an important part of ensuring that we can safely reopen. And one thing that we are working hard to do, both at the state level and also at the county level, is to make kind of the process of navigating this reopening for our small businesses as easy as possible. So codifying best practices, sharing that by industry, giving people a playbook so that as we're navigating this transition, we don't ask all of our small businesses to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. Good. I would like to touch a little bit on the beach closure. We did talk with Supervisor Lisa Bartlett about it, but you know what, from your perspective, you're a little closer up there in terms of understanding Governor Newsom's ideas. And, that beach closure thing really, it took a lot of people by surprise. And then there were protests and, it was kind of crazy. And then he reopened. So what do you think he was thinking when he reopened? I mean, what changed his mind?
I think that, we know for so many of our residents, for so many of us, our beaches really are a respite, such an important outlet for both physical exercise and just for our mental health, which is more important now than ever. And I certainly think that Governor Newsom understood and does understand that. He took the step to close Orange County beaches. I think that he, like a lot of our Orange County residents, was really concerned when we saw photos of overcrowded beaches, of people that weren't actually practicing distancing, and it didn't look like it was safe and responsible. So his goal all along was to ensure we were able to keep beaches open here in Orange County and all across the state in a way that is safe, that's responsible, and that flattens the curve. So, I immediately got to work with Supervisor Bartlett, with our local mayors, with the Secretary of Natural Resources, Cal OES, and with our public health officials to ensure that we could develop and implement a plan that would enable us to safely and responsibly reopen our Orange County beaches. And I'm really pleased to say that that is what we have been able to do.
Yeah, it's great. And many people are very pleased. Are all of the beaches in California open?
So a number of them are open under similar restrictions to what we have here in terms of active recreation. I think some local communities have decided to be even stricter and to close their beaches. I know Los Angeles County, for example, their beaches are still closed altogether.
Oh, okay.
I think that most beaches in California are open with the same kind of restrictions, limitations, and supervision that we have here in Orange County.
Okay. And then what about parks? Do you know anything about the parks yet?
The state parks?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the state parks. So our state parks continue to be open, but the parking lots continue to be closed. That is an ongoing conversation with the Secretary of Natural Resources and his team and our public health folks. Again, as we look at the steps to reopening California, and we talk about reopening businesses in a phased way, I expect we'll be making those same shifts when we look at state parks and other resources.
Great. Yeah. I mean, there's so many spaces and so many different areas that you have to take into consideration. I can tell it's just a very tedious process. So thanks for working on all of that and trying to open it back up. I mean, who knew we would ever be in this situation?
Right. It has been, it's an extraordinary time. It's an unprecedented crisis. And like I said, I think for so many of us, being able to go outside, to walk our dog, whether that's in a park or on the beach, it's the thing that is keeping us sane right now. So I'm really pleased that we're able to do that.
Yeah, we're all a little tired of being in our house for 8 weeks.
Right. Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
let's talk a little about some resources that you have. Obviously, you gave your phone number and your contact information for you. What else would you like to share with our viewers?
Well, I want to highlight a couple of just key resources that are available for seniors right now. The first is Meals on Wheels Orange County, which provide healthy, nutritious 3 meals a day for seniors who need that help and support. I also want to highlight the Orange County Office on Aging. So they administer a number of programs. They'll also be responsible for the Great Plates restaurant delivery program that you may have talked about with Supervisor Bartlett. We'll be getting that online here in Orange County in I believe 2 weeks' time. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to the Orange County Office on Aging. And the Institute of Aging, their Friendship Line is another terrific resource for our area seniors. And 211, I think we've talked about that before. 211 is a terrific one-stop shop. If you need help understanding what's available, how to navigate these resources, how to get connected, 211 is a great place to go. And as I've said, you can also reach out to my office. You can find us online. The easiest way to find us online is to Google Cottie, C-O-T-T-I-E, or pick up the phone. Our office number is 949-251-0074. And we're here to help. We know that this is an incredibly difficult time for so many of us. And we can and we will get through this together.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's like you said, it's very tough to navigate everything. And I think you've been very helpful in help identifying differences and the different types of resources that our community can go to. So I really appreciate that. Well, thank you again. I hope to catch up with you in a few weeks and we'll have an update.
Thank you, Lisa. Always good to catch up with you. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk to you again. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.
As Orange County's highest-ranked hospital, Hoag is the place to turn to for timely information, reassurance, and care in these uncertain times. Our dedicated physicians, nurses, and staff stand ready to safely deliver world-class care, just as we have for nearly 70 years. This is what we do. We are here for you, and we will overcome this together. To access Hoag for all of your healthcare needs, visit hoag.org/trust.
Did you get the answer? Let me read the question one more time. You can find it in Mercury, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, but not in Venus or Neptune. What is it? It is the letter R. Isn't that fun? I just love those. And many of you out there really love them too. So we're gonna keep trying to do these as many times as possible. We just keep searching for more good ones for you. All right, let's take a look at our concert for the day, or concerts, plural. Today we have the Metropolitan Opera again. They always have the greatest stuff. This time it's Thomas Adès, The Tempest. That'll be at 4:30 p.m. and you can log into metopera.org. And then we have a blues concert going on at 1 p.m. and that's going to be YouTube. And that is the Brandon Ross tribute to Reverend Gary Davis Time. And that is the New York Guitar Festival. And you can type that into your YouTube and you can check that out. Let's take a look at our Pick-a-thon for the day. And that'll be at 1 p.m. And today's Pick-a-thon is phosphorescent. You know, if any of you actually tried any of these things, would you please email me and let me know if they're good or not? Email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. I'm just curious what you guys think, so let me know how you like that. All right, as I mentioned earlier today, we do have the meeting following our morning broadcast, and that will be the United meeting. And if you would like to participate with the meeting, is so that you can do that as you see here on the screen, and you can do that while the meeting is going on. So you can email your questions to meeting@vmsinc.org, or you can phone in your questions while the meeting is going on, 949-268-2020. And then, of course, you can watch it on your digital device, your iPad, your computer. You can even watch it on your iPhone too. And then there you have the meeting address. So you can do all that stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one more time. It's looking lovely today. We have some morning clouds that we got rid of, and there was going to be some showers this morning, but that didn't happen. Sunshine this afternoon, 70, 58, and then Wednesday we have some AM clouds again, but it's going to clear to be sunny, 69, 56. Thursday, clouds again in the morning, but nice and getting warmer by the weekend. Friday, partly sunny, 76, 59, and then lovely over the weekend. Saturday is going to be 77 and 60 in the overnight. So immediately following our broadcast will be the United meeting, so stay tuned for that. And remember, you can always participate with the emails and phone number that I gave you earlier. You guys have a great day in the village. Stay healthy, and we'll see you later at our rebroadcast at 12:30 and 5, or you can catch us tomorrow morning at 9. Stay safe.
We consider hearing to be an essential part of your life. During this time of quarantine and isolation, you need to be hearing the best you can to understand how to stay safe and to hear your friends and family. Advanced Ear Care is offering service to everyone that needs help with their hearing aids, no matter where it was you purchased. If it's not working properly, please call for a free troubleshooting appointment. We even have hands-free, no-contact curbside service. There's no charge for this service. Advanced Ear Care is here to keep you hearing during these critical days.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We have been proudly serving Orange County for over 40 years. We are excited to announce our Laguna Hills location is now located at a larger state-of-the-art facility, located a block away from our previous location. Our new facility is conveniently located next to Saddleback Hospital and across from Nordstrom Rack at 23961 Calle de la Magdalena. Come join the Circle of Care at Harvard Eye Associates, where the future of vision is today.
Hello. RadNet is the nation's largest outpatient medical imaging network, providing thousands of imaging procedures each day. During this time, RadNet remains committed to serving the needs of our communities. Our radiology centers are open and will remain open to treat patients. Rest assured that RadNet is following CDC protocols and taking every measure to ensure the safety and well-being of our patients and staff.